What is happening, YouTube? Cowboy here, and it is time for another Heroes of the Storm strategy showcase, and today we are taking a look at the cursed king of Gilneas, Greymane. Now, Greymane is a very interesting assassin in that he's both range and melee. Depends on his form. When he's human, he has ranged attacks, and then as a Worgen, we have our melee attacks. Now, to take a quick look at the abilities, first thing I should talk about is our trait. Obviously, as a human, we have ranged attack, but as a Worgen, while it is melee, we deal 40% more damage. It's also important to note that shape-shifting can be done three ways. One is through your E ability, the second is through your heroic, and the third is through mounting, which will always revert you back to your human form. So, to go into our abilities, first up we have Gilnean Cocktail. You basically throw out a flask, the first enemy that it contacts with will take very minor damage, and then it'll do a large AoE kind of triangle explosion behind, hitting everyone for relatively higher damage. When we are a Worgen, this changes up to Razor Swipe, which is a short-range dash. You'll basically swipe over enemies, dealing damage AoE-wise over anyone you pass over. Moving on from there, we have Inner Beast, a fantastic ability that works wonderfully in Greymane's kit. We basically pop this, and then for 3 seconds, and important to note that basic attacks, of course, refresh this, we have a 50% increase in attack speed. So, needless to say, you combo this up with stuff like Bloodlust or Stimpack or an Abathur hat, and you get a very, very mean, very hard-hitting Greymane. Moving on to our E ability, this is our mobility/engage, and that is Dark Flight. When we are a human, we'll shapeshift into a Worgen, leap at a target, and deal some damage. And when we are a Worgen, it's disengage, which will allow us to roll away and shapeshift back into a human. It should be noted that Dark Flight functions very similar to Felstad's Barrel Roll, in that you can go over walls and other obstacles with it, whereas disengage is similar to Val's Vault, in that it's just a straight evasion move, but it does not clear obstacles. As for our heroics, we have two choices here, Go for the Throat and Marked for the Kill. All in all, I feel Go for the Throat is a vastly superior option. With this, we basically leap at an enemy hero, turn into a Worgen, and then slash them 3 times for high damage. If it does manage to secure the kill, we can, of course, use it again a second time within 10 seconds for free on any other hero. Our other choice is Marked for the Kill. Now with this, we'll shapeshift into a human, do a skill shot at a target. If it connects, it'll make them vulnerable for 5 seconds, applying the 25% increased damage vulnerability to them. And of course, we can reactivate it to shapeshift into a Worgen and leap at them, but that leap will do minimum damage, very similar to Dark Flight. I think it's actually a little bit less than that. But either way, all in all, he is a ton of fun to play, probably one of the most fun assassins to play in the game, but he does have his faults. Right now, probably the most glaring thing with Greymane is that he has no self-sustain at all. You know, no vampiric, no first aid, nothing. So you're pretty much reliant on supports, fountains, healing globes, or, hearthing and going back to the portal. On top of that, his mobility is relatively limited in your human form. While a Worgen, you can of course disengage out of a fight. When you are a human, you have no real way to escape. On top of that, you are pretty susceptible to CC. He does have really high damage potential, but at the same time, if he gets caught out, it is very, very easy to blow up a Greymane. Like, kill easy. He just gets nuked. But those things aside, he does have immense damage potential, immense siege potential. Like, in a one-on-one situation, his ability to kill a target is almost unmatched. But, because your lack of sustain, stuff like the Butcher or Thrall are very strong counters to you because they have that counter healing. Either way, we'll hop into the match. We got a 2 and a 3 stack versus 5 random, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to run through my talent build real fast, my general talent build, and then of course we'll explain each talent choice as we get to it. So at 1, we're going to be going Wolfheart. At 4, we're going to be going Thick Skin. At 7, Incendiary Elixir. At 10, Go for the Throat. At 13, On the Prowl. At 16, Alpha Killer. And then at 20, Tooth and Claw. Now, for level 1 with Wolfheart, the main reason for this is that as long as Inner Beast is active, each basic attack is going to reduce the cooldown by 1 second, and this is a very powerful skill. The 50% attack speed, and because of the fact that every time we get an auto attack, it refreshes, we have a lot of potential there. Basically, if we get in 16 attacks once we pop Inner Beast, when it does come off cooldown, it'll be back up again, ready for us to use. So, all in all, that is very, very powerful. As I mentioned, Greymane, no escape when he's a human. Oh, come on, get him, Diablo, get him. Get him, get him, get him, get him. There it is. Beautiful start to the match with a double kill there. This Abathur is super ballsy. Perfect aim if you're doing a cocktail build, which I have tried. It's interesting. I don't think it's stronger than a beast build, but you know, something to keep in mind. Perfect aim would obviously be the skill of choice there for you. Scented tincture, it causes a reveal, not going to be needed here at all. Viciousness, you know, having that 1 extra second I felt really isn't going to make a difference, especially after doing some testing with it. You know, fact of the matter is, if you can hit something within 3 seconds, chances are you're going to probably be able to hit it within 4 seconds. So we ended up skipping out on that, and you know, just Wolfheart, all in all, it's just a really, really powerful choice. Our Abathur is super ballsy. So let's go into the level 4 talent while we got some time here. Thick Skin. Now the reason for Thick Skin, even though you're not a tank, is because you are, you know, like I said, you are not resilient at all. So when you jump into that fray, it is very, very easy for enemies to take you on out if you're not careful. Oh, just barely short on that. That should have killed her. As for the other choices, Eyes in the Dark, you know, not going to be needed. If your disengage isn't enough to save you, chances are 4 seconds of stealth isn't either, because people are just going to be slamming down AoEs anyway. Insatiable, I really do like Insatiable, because that makes it so that your mana, you're pretty much purely self-sustaining with Insatiable from a mana perspective. But like I said, we have no healing at all. So because of that, ultimately it's going to get overshadowed because we're going to have to end up going back and getting health, so we might as well go back and get mana as well. Draught Overflow, obviously for cocktail builds, it can be quite powerful. That 35% explosion length is actually pretty sexy.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my faith.
I need mana.
Belongs to those who take it.
Abathur is so insanely ballsy.
I will not accept defeat.
So right there, another example there. You saw the tincture, it just got thrown out. Didn't quite connect with anything, so it didn't explode. So anyway, as I was talking, level 7 talents. Quicksilver Bullets, not going to be needed. You know, we're not playing as Raynor. Wizened Duelist, on paper, it sounds awesome. You know, it's gathering power, but from a melee perspective. And we do tons of melee damage, so why not? But fact of the matter is, good chances are that we're going to die. And because of that, it gets overshadowed. You know, it can be good in the right comps where you have a support all the time, and you have, like, plenty of CC and a good front line. It can be great. Like, I like it a lot. But, you know, fact is, it's 90% of the time. All right, now Abathur is just getting kind of stupid here. It's going to get overshadowed a lot because of the fact that when you die, you lose those stacks, you know, making it kind of useless. It's like trying to play a Gathering Power Nova against, like, a Mind Build Abathur. Chances are you're going to end up getting picked. So Incendiary Explosion, the reason this is so nice is that even if the cocktail hits nothing, it's still going to explode. We're still going to get that AoE damage. And that's going to be great because it's going to give us a constant non-stop poke on our Q, whether we connect or not. And on top of that, if we do connect, we get a nice sizable damage bonus from it. So, you know, as you can see, that basically makes it so that everything is getting hit with a full damage amount.
Let me handle this.
Let's see, Greymane will use his sword if stuff gets up too close to him. So as for 10, go for the throat, really standard, like I said. And the reason we're going to take go for the throat over any of the other talents, quite simply, is because go for the throat is going to make it so that we can just take targets out that are low, and not only that, but do it consistently, and that's very important. Whereas, on the other hand, you know, marked for the kill, I just feel there's better options for vulnerability. You know, Jaina has the Cone of Cold upgrade for vulnerability. Oh, get him! There we go. Like right there, if I didn't have the Incendiary Elixir, I wouldn't be able to stop him. And the team is not coming to this one, I guess, for some reason. You know, just keep that in mind. Like, there's better options all in all for it. You have Sylvanas can get it on her Cold Dagger. The Dagger's Embrace can have the ability to do it. You know, there's going to be better options when it comes down to killing a target or putting vulnerability on a target. So one other important thing to mention for Go for the Throat, you didn't really get to see it right there. You saw it for really maybe a split second, but when a target is low enough that Go for the Throat can kill them, a little symbol will appear over their head. So if you want the guaranteed kill from it, that's what you need to look out for. You know, it's kind of small, but it is noticeable, and obviously, you know, getting that is going to ensure that you get the free cash within 10 seconds. With that being said, as soon as something is low, I'm going to be popping Go for the Throat anyway if I can. I want to jump in, get on my target, and try to take them out if I can. Yeah, I mean, I knew I was going to die there getting into that, but I wanted that kill. Got greedy, got the kill, but died.
My curse upon you.
So it's not looking all that good. Siege damage, we're obviously tearing things up right now. Hero damage, we're a little bit lower than I would like, but that's okay. We're gonna kill this Artanis. Oh god, and I'm dead for it. I did not think they would all circle back to mid. Paid with our life. Let's see, so Abba's going mine build. Can't say I'm surprised, it's kind of standard. Man, they got a really strong push going right now.
Enough! The curse is over. I hope you made the most of it.
Diablo, why? Why, Diablo? That was such a dumb fucking decision.
Stretch my legs.
Come on out, Val. Come on out, Val. I will fuck you up.
Take this camp and
I would agree. Let's go get a boss. Let's go. There's two down. Why are we not rotating?
assuredly.
Wasting time. Got two people down.
Most assuredly.
Oh god, Raynor, you're so dead. I cannot save you, Raynor. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to abandon you. I don't think we should have fought this. Why are we jumping in on this? Why are we...
I will not accept defeat.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute to stand?
Honor and glory.
out of here.
Most assuredly.
Barely getting away after taking down the butcher.
We must retreat. Most assuredly.
Not gonna fight that.
Their undoing. Fall back to our ramparts.
Oh man. Barely topping hero damage. Honestly, it's surprising considering you know, we have no support. Like, considering the comp we have right now, the fact that I'm topping damage in any case is a surprise.
Take this camp and bolster our ranks.
Gather tribute or face me. The choice is simple.
This is mine.
Oh god, this is gonna be, we're gonna get fucked right now. Killed one. That one's down. That Muradin clone is doing some work right now. Oh, alright. I'm gonna hearth. Raynor's got that. I can't believe we got kills right there. I figured for sure we were gonna die.
Let me handle this.
Need you to die.
We should capture this mercenary camp. Glory.
I'm looking good on stats, but not in the game. In the game, we're not. I mean, we're only down 2 deaths, but still, it's just like.
Time to stretch my leg.
Absolutely. Ha! Excellent work.
I grow tired of squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
I will not accept defeat.
No, no, not what I meant to do. God, I die so fast. Like I said, you're just like a glass cannon, kind of. I mean, I managed to pop off Valor right there, and then accidentally disengaged, which kind of screwed me over. But still, I mean, we're doing good. Just barely behind on hero damage. Like, the numbers are going to be skewed in a game like this anyway, or it's, you know, the tanks are going to have really high damage because of the fact that they, you know, are less likely to die than assaults, or than assassins, and range is going to be really nice compared to melee. I'm gonna go kill these things off.
I will not fail my people again.
Now we have the cleave, which means I can
For my country.
wave clear like instantly.
Running wild.
We should capture this mercenary camp.
And so the curse ends. Perhaps now realize its horrors.
I must pull
I
back
will
for
not
now.
accept defeat.
Come on, baby. Really gotta find a good... They're just waiting for us. Who's their damage anyway? Tychus followed by Vala. Oh. Well, that's what happens when you face check.
Countrymen.
Let us capture this man. Nowhere to hide.
Absolutely.
This Abathur is like just waiting to get raped. I don't know why he's so ballsy. Take him down. There's a little symbol you can see on his head. That means Artanis can die. To go for the throat.
On the move.
No point using it right then, though.
To victory. Take this camp and bolster our ranks.
Time to stretch my leg. I will enjoy this. Heal yourself.
Man, I'm taking way too much damage.
Squabbling.
This
Gather
is a
tribute. Earn my favor.
Now we've popped cooldowns.
I must
I really just need to get out of here.
running wild.
Too low to be sticking around. They'll probably get that tribute anyway, so I'm hearthing. I'm getting up full mana, full health.
Absolutely.
Dude, what are you doing?
I fight for my countrymen.
Double kill.
This is
Greymane cleave, OP.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
We should capture this
the
mercenary.
beast hungers.
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
For honor we should capture this
We got some good damage in though. Managed to knock out a nice chunk off the core there, and then God, my siege damage is absurd. For an assassin, it's like Kale levels of siege, but I mean when you have, you know, the what is it, 40% bonus damage on your melee attacks, then on top of that you have cleave. You know, it's not that surprising that you have such high siege. You can just wipe out waves, wipe out siege special, or not siege, mercenaries.
This is my hunting ground.
There we go. Oh, let's pop this. Kill them both.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Help Muradin.
You call these
Should have enough health for the next fight.
excellent work.
Well, I died, but I did what I had to do. They'll be able to clean things on up. They almost just left the tribute.
You have won my favor, heroes. Let your enemies know my wrath.
Uther up here slapping.
Keep destroyed.
And yeah, this will be GG. Huge amounts of mercs. Whole team's down for another 20 seconds plus. And that'll be it.
Well done, heroes.
So unfortunately we were dead at the very end there. That's a little bit regrettable, but you know, like I said, it's kind of how things work with Greymane. Definitely not a resilient hero. So just to go into the stat breakdown, all in all, not too bad. Didn't manage to top hero damage, but you know, in a game where there's no support and you're Greymane, there's like, I'm honestly surprised I died as little as I did. And on top of that, I did have very high siege, which was nice. So talent build, of course, Wolfheart, as I mentioned, definitely a necessity here. Thick skin, 90% of the time you're going to want, because obviously you need the blocks. Incendiary, elixir, you know, just nice, solid damage every single time you throw on out your cocktail. Obviously, having the melee version, or Wizened Duelist, like the melee version of Gathering Power, can be nice, but in a game like this, it would have been, you know, pointless. Go for the throat, obviously awesome. On the prowl, that speed boost, absolutely love it. Alpha Killer, 3% bonus damage equal to a hero's health is super awesome. And then, of course, Tooth and Claw giving the cleave. One last thing, I don't think I mentioned 16 much. Did I talk about 16? I don't know if I did. But either way, Relentless Predator definitely gets honorable mention just because it's one of the best anti-CC abilities in the game at 75% reduction. But with that in mind, you know, Alpha Killer, 3% of a hero's maximum health. Obviously, very, very potent. So either way, guys, that is going to wrap up the Greymane guide. Definitely a lot of fun to play. I definitely expect there'll be some tweaks to him just because he is, you know, very kind of tricky at the moment. It's easy for him to get blown up. So I think we might see a little bit of self-sustain for him kind of come into the picture. Maybe something, I don't know about Vampiric. That might be a little bit too broken on him. But, you know, all in all, he's definitely a lot of fun regardless. So either way, thanks for coming on by. Back for another hero showcase. And with that being said, we will catch you guys with the daily series.